Love them or hate them, times tables are an important part of your child's learning journey. I'm going to show you my top 3 apps for practicing and learning your times tables. Now, each of these apps has got a slightly different approach, so my number 1 might not be the same as your number 1, and it might not be the same as your child's number 1. But do have a look at these and let me know which you think is your favourite in the comments below. And if you've got any other times table apps that you think are better than this one, then please let me know in the comments as well, and I'd love to have a look at them and maybe do a video on them in the future. So let's get started.
In at number 3
is Squeebles Flip Tables. And you tap your name to start playing. Now this is a slightly different way of doing your times tables. When we go to start it, you will see that you have bubbles to tap, and you start at the lowest level, which is blue, and you can see here that the test is locked, so you can't go into that yet. But what you do is you click on one that you think you can do, and this is nice because it offers your child the chance to pick one that they are comfortable in doing. So here we go, 2 times 10, and it will come up here. There is the option to flip it, so you can flip it around the other way if that would be easier. So you put in the answer and you press go. And it will say you've got a squeeble. This happens the first few times, but it will stop eventually. So you go through all of these until you get them all done. And then after that, once you've completed all of them, it will give you the chance to unlock the test. And it will also give you the chance to go on to the next levels. So a slightly different way of doing it. You click on the question and then you go into the answer. That's my number 3 choice. Next, in at number 2 is a bit of an old app, this one. It's called Quick Math, and it's by the developer Shiny Things. Now, unfortunately, this developer isn't making apps anymore, but this one is still available on the App Store. It is in portrait mode, so you will have to flip the iPad round and choose the mode you want to do. I've got all the modes unlocked at the moment, but you can pay for just having the multiplication one unlocked if you want to. You've got 4 different modes. You've got beginner, intermediate, advanced, and extreme. You can't choose the specific tables you want to use, but if you start at beginner, you can kind of see the level of difficulty it's going to be. And for this one, you actually draw on the screen with your finger or with a stylus. This is just demonstrating what it's going to look like. And then it gives you a timer to start, and off we go. So 4 times 5. If you get one wrong, which I will deliberately do now, it will put it in there. But it's pretty good at recognizing your handwriting, and you can kind of write anywhere you want on the screen, as big as you can, or as small as you can. And if there's one that's too hard, you can just press at the bottom and you can go to skip the question. It'll take you on to the next one. It's come up with the same one a few times. It is a bit random number generator here, so, and this is the easy mode we're on. You might be thinking, this is a little bit fast and furious, but the year 4 multiplication test is coming up, and in that they have 25 questions and they have 6 seconds per question to answer, so they've got about 5 minutes in total. So you do need to have fast recall of your multiplication skills. So that's the basics for this one. And finally, my number 1 is Hit the Button, and that is an app by the Top Marks group. You may have seen this on the website. I've also got a video on how you can access this app on the website for free on your iPad. If you want to have a look at my other videos, please do. But this is the paid for app, and this, in my opinion, is one of the best ones. It's got a little bit of music in the background. We can turn that off in a minute, and you've got your 6 options. This is what I love about this app. There's so many different things to do, but we're going to be focusing on the times tables today. Now, you can have your tables up to 6 here, tables up to 12 here, and you've got your mixed tables. Now, knowing your 2, 5, and 10 times tables, that is a year 2 judgment in the UK, and 3, 4s, and 8s. That is what the expectation for year 3s is to do. So actually, there's a couple that are pre-made here specifically to suit children of different ages in the UK. And you can either do hit the answer, where you can see the question at the top of the page and you have to hit the answer, or hit the question. And I must admit, the hit the question mode is a little bit trickier. So you could target a specific table. So say, for example, your child might be struggling with their 4 times table. There's an untimed mode. So if your child has a bit of difficulty with timers and the pressure of that, you can just do it untimed and play for as long as you want. Or there is the answer as many questions in 1 minute as you can. So here we have some of the questions. You get the question at the top, and then here you have to scroll through the answers to find the right one. And you can see at the bottom here, you've got the timer showing you how long you got, and you've also got the counter of how many questions you've got right. And that will go up if you get a question wrong. Let's do this deliberately. There we go. It will indicate I got one wrong, and it will show me that I've got 4 out of 5. So you basically keep going until you have the timer done. Doing all right. There we go. And it'll give you your score at the end. So there's lots to play with on this app. And those are my top 3 apps. Now, I did say at the beginning of the video, I was going to show you an extra one. And true to my word, here is a really nice one called Math Facts Flashcards. And this is a free to download. You can choose what you want to do. I'm going to obviously do multiplication. And you can select which times tables you want to practice. So you might say, I just want to do my 2s, my 5s, and my 10s. And you might want to just do 10 questions. You want to do your time limit, or you might say, oh, it's got unlimited time. You can really choose and play around with all of this. Once you press start, you'll see it's set out like a formal written multiplication, but you just answer your questions in the same way. I'm going to get one wrong just to show you what happens when you get it wrong. Oh dear. There we go. So I've done my 10 examples, and that's done. So those are my top 3 apps plus one extra free one. And as I said, they're all a slightly different experience of practicing your times tables. But the important thing is to do it regularly, find one that works for your child, and keep going at it. Please let me know in the comments what you thought of these apps. And if you've got any other suggestions of good times tables apps, I'm always willing to collect good information and good apps. I hope you found this useful, and please do check out more of my videos. Thanks a lot.